Using FastAttach to respond to requests. This video will instruct you on how to use the FastAttach software to respond to requests from our partners. When you receive a request, your MEA reminder will flash blue and red in your system tray. Double-click on it to launch the MEA reminder window. The MEA reminder window will list any and all outstanding requests and any messages or other notifications you may have for FastAttach. You may launch FastAttach from either clicking Launch within the window or double-clicking your icon. Once the software launches, you will need to enter in your identification with your username and your password, and then simply log in. Once you have successfully logged into the FastAttach software, you will be taken to the main screen. On the main screen, you will see any outstanding requests listed as Needs Attention Add Required. To access the request, simply highlight the request, and then either go to Edit at the top of the screen, or simply double-click on your request. This will take you to the FastAttach data entry screen. The data entry screen is populated with all the information necessary for your request already, including your patient name, date of birth, provider, recipient name specifying our requesting partner, all of the member's information. An optional customer reference number field is available to you if you wish to use it, the dates of service from and through for the specific request coming to you. A reference control number will be populated. The reference control number is a unique number used to identify your request assigned by our partners. A narrative field may be populated containing specific information and documentation necessary to respond to the request electronically. Make sure to scroll through the entire narrative to identify all details regarding your request. Alternatively, you may also have documentation listed at the top of the screen that would detail the documentation necessary. FastAttach has many options to acquire the documentation necessary to respond to your request. This video discusses the two most popular methods. Let's start with File Import by clicking the File Import button. You will then navigate through the Explorer window to locate the documentation you wish to import into FastAttach. Simply highlight the documentation you wish to import and click the Open button at the bottom of the screen. This will take you to the Edit Document window where you will have a small preview of the documentation you have added. It will be necessary to label the documentation you are sending in response to the request. Simply drop the menu down and choose the appropriate label for the documentation you are sending. Additionally, you have a document note that you may use for internal purposes only, and it will not be passed back to the recipient. Once you are done labeling your documentation, click the Next button to return you to the data entry screen. You will see a list for the documentation you have added, including a page count and a description. Now let's talk about Print Capture. Click on the Print Capture button. Once the Print Capture window is open, you will then be able to print directly into the FastAttach software. To do so, open up your documentation by navigating your computer. Once you have located the documentation necessary to print, simply go ahead and open the documentation or program containing the documentation. Within the program, please go to File and then choose the Print option from the drop-down menu. This will launch your printer window. From the printer window and your available printers, choose the MEA Virtual Printer from the list. The MEA Virtual Printer will print directly into the FastAttach software just as though you are printing to a regular printer. You have the same options as before where you can choose specific pages, or you may simply print, printing it directly into FastAttach. Once you have clicked the Print button, you will then have the information available to you in the Print Capture window. You will see a file name, number of pages, and you will be able to label the document type from a drop-down menu. Please choose the appropriate documentation type and then click Next in the Print Capture window. This will return you to the FastAttach software. On the data entry screen, you will see a list of all the documentation that you have now added within the FastAttach software. Once you have added all necessary documentation for your response to the request, click Save in the upper left-hand corner. This may bring up the case number window depending on the requesting partner. The case number is an additional unique identifier for your request from our partners. Click the Next button to return to the main screen. Once you have returned to the main screen of FastAttach, you will see a status of processing notifying you that the documentation is processing to the MEA FastAttach servers. If you wish to refresh the software to see if the processing has completed, you may click the Refresh button in the upper right-hand corner. Once you see a status of Ready to Send, you may now send your documentation in response to the request you have received. Click the Send button to submit your documentation. Once the submission is complete, you will receive a Submission File Receipt. The file receipt contains an MEA tracking number unique to that transmission sent in response to the request you received. Additionally, the submission receipt contains patient information and other data from the request you received through the FastAttach software. At the bottom of the receipt, you will see a message notifying you that MEA will notify the recipient that you have sent this particular submission. Once you have this receipt, you may either print it or close the receipt to return to the main screen. The FastAttach software stores all patient data from every submission that you send. If you would like to review the data that you have submitted for a specific patient's request, go to New Search from the main screen of the FastAttach software. Once on New Search, you will be able to search for a patient. Click on Patient Lookup and enter in either first name, last name, date of birth, or the medical record number included with your request. After you've entered in the data, you may hit Search, and you will see any results matching. Highlight your patient, and at the top of the screen, click on History. The history contains any past transmissions for a specific patient. Highlight the transmission you would like to review, and click View at the top of the screen. This will launch your browser to the Submission View window. The Submission View window contains the patient data included in the request through the FastAttach software, including your unique reference control number assigned by our receiving partner, and the date that MEA received your submission. Additionally, you can review the narrative included in the request where it specified what documentation was required, and you may click to view the documentation that you submitted in response to your request. When you click to view the documentation you have submitted, a separate window will pop up so you may review the information. You also have a list of features on the left-hand side within the Submission View window. If you would like to search for previous submissions or submissions within a specific date range, click on Search Submissions from the features on the left. This will take you to the Search for Submissions window. You may search by MEA number, specific recipient, member's ID, patient first, patient last, or a date range. The date range will allow you to see all submissions to all recipients within a specified time frame. Once you have entered in the data you wish to search for, click the search button at the bottom of the screen. If you have entered in a date range, you will see all patients within that date range. In order to view one of the patients, click on the MEA number/DMS number on the left-hand side. This will return you to the Submission View screen. You may now exit the Online Features Provider View system. You can click the X at the top right of your browser. In order to return to the main screen of the FastAttach software, click the Back button, and then click the Back button once more. This concludes this instructional video. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to watch any of our other instructional videos available to you, and thank you for using FastAttach.